Can we, in the last part of the interview, speak with the council?
Sure, absolutely. So I'll bring them in. It just takes me a couple of breaths. I'm just going to close my eyes. My eyes are usually closed when I channel. It just helps me to really focus. I encourage people, if it feels good to them, close your eyes and just feel for the energy as well. Um, it's an amazing experience. So I'll bring them in. They'll probably start with a little message, and then you can ask any questions you have. Okay.
Awesome. Thanks.
We are so pleased and delighted to have the opportunity to speak with you on this fine and glorious day indeed. While our words to you are important, this is a vibrational experience of remembering the truth of who you really are, why you are here, and all that you intended when you chose this magnificent life experience. Because we assure you, life is meant to be so very good for you. You are here to do the things that bring you joy. You are here on a grand adventure. You are here to contribute to your own expansion and the expansion of all consciousness. You are here on a journey of expansion. You are on a journey through levels of consciousness. That expansion does not make you more worthy, but that expansion provides data and information and wisdom that expand all of who you are and all that is possible here in the human experience and beyond. You are here to fully express all that you are, not to deny any part of you or your creativity. You are here to express yourself in any way that you choose for you. And yes, you agree to certain things that allow you to be part of the collective and have a quote unquote normal experience. But you are here to fully express all that you are. You are here to create your reality the way that you want it to be. And you are here to experience. You are here to choose the experiences that you want to have for you. Ask yourself, what experience would be fun? What do you want to experience? What would be fun to experience? That is why you're here. Expansion, expression, and experiences, which all lead to the potentials and the possibilities. Everything is potential and possibility, and you are choosing and you are creating reality. What you focus on and the meaning you give it is what is creating your reality. Everything is pure potential. You are the one choosing whether you are worthy, deserving, whether you are free to create your life the way you want it to be. And so, our ultimate foundation of wisdom that we bring forth to you is you are everything you wish to be. You already are. It is all within you. It always will be. Where would you like to begin?
I would love to hear about the system of life and the afterlife of, do we choose our lives? And if so, why would we choose a difficult or a life of suffering or abuse?
Well, first off, you chose to come forth to Earth at this time because it's the best thing going on anywhere. This is the time of the Great Awakening, the greatest elevation of consciousness that has ever occurred in any lifetime. And it is happening at an expedited rate. You are going to see your family, your friends, people you never imagined awaken to the truth of who they are, which is occurring because of the elevation of consciousness. So you came forth to first go through your own awakening and then to move into your own realization, to elevate your own consciousness and positively contribute to the collective raising of consciousness. You didn't come here to right some terrible karmic wrong that you have done in the past. You didn't come here because you were forced to learn lessons. You came here as a sovereign, divine, empowered master being who chose to come forth and be on earth at this time to create your own experience of heaven on earth, to have your own grand adventure, knowing that all that you experienced would contribute to the potentials and the possibility for all of humankind to live in pure love, freedom, joy, peace, abundance, well being, if it is each person's choosing. But as the consciousness is elevated, more and more will remember who they really are. Suffering is, yes, you understood that not all moments would be easy. You understood that this was a journey through different levels of consciousness. The third dimension is the dimension of separation, where there is fear and lack and limitation. The fourth dimension is transformation, where you understand you can change your circumstances and your conditions, you can heal, you can process, you can transform things. But what you really came for is to realize yourself into the fifth dimension of pure love, where your well-being and your abundance is assured, where what you want and need shows up even before you know you need it, where you live as a fully realized, enlightened, ascended master on earth that chooses to stay on earth in your own experience of heaven on earth, because that is the greatest thing that you can do to contribute to the great awakening of your beloved human family. Suffering is and is something that one can choose with their own free will. It is based on your level of consciousness, your awareness, your beliefs about yourself, your thoughts. The thoughts that you are thinking affect your emotions. Your emotions affect the way that you feel. The way that you feel is determining what you are summoning with your consciousness into form. So someone could have someone very close to them die and say, "Oh, this is terrible. My life is ruined. I can never be happy again. I am doomed to a life of suffering." Or one could say, "Wow, I was blessed with the presence of that person in my life. And look at all of the amazing gifts. Look at all the love I experienced. I am the most blessed person on earth. And now my journey with this person continues on as they move into higher levels of consciousness. And we are still as connected as we ever were, maybe even more so now that they are eternally in a place of pure love." Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
So we have thousands of people that are about to be going into their heart space for the next 30 days, where they're going to be really discovering the power of their heart on a deep level, feeling appreciation, gratitude, bliss, joy every day. I was just wondering your take on the heart's role in our transformation on this planet.
Well, it's all about integration, truly. Most humans are habitually trained to live in their thinking mind, to exist in their thinking mind, to focus themselves most all of the time on the thinking mind. And so when you begin to move your awareness from your head into your heart, one might describe it as feeling deeper into yourself, more intentional, more focused, going from your head into your heart, where you might feel more present, more aligned to your truth. That truth, the truth of you, is joy and peace and love and harmony and well-being and abundance and freedom and beauty. That is the truth of you. So you're really focusing yourself into your true nature by going from the busy mind into a more focused state aligned to being in the moment, being present. We say stillness is the access point to acceleration, manifestation, realization, transformation, all of these things. It is, however, very important. We never encourage you to start judging yourself because you find yourself in the mind. You may begin to move your awareness to being more connected to your heart, connecting into your heart, focusing on your heart space, integrating the mind, the heart, the body, the soul, the spirit, all that is, the isness of all that is. But if you find yourself in your mind because you've got to pick up your child at a certain time and you've got to think about what you need to get done in order to be there by the time you need to pick up your child when they're released from school, don't judge yourself. Don't make the mind your enemy. We say realization is the integration of every part of you. It is not denying or judging any part of you. We are familiar with teachings that speak of the ego. We do not. When you're trying to get rid of the ego and get rid of that part of you, you are in judgment of some part of you. You are denying some part of you. We speak of the integration of every part of you into a state of realization, which is pure love. So most of you, you have a, if your mind is a muscle, you have a very, very strong mind because that's where you're focused. That's the part of your body you've been quote unquote working, like a muscle in the body. If you're always working your arms when you're working out, your arms might be very strong. You might be very used to working out your arms. Now you want to say, well, I want really strong legs and I want to integrate having a whole integrated, strong body with all of my muscles in my body being strong. So now you're focused on your heart. I'm going to really strengthen that heart space so I more naturally live aligned to my heart space. And we think that's a wonderful thing. We think it's very powerful. But don't judge yourself when you find yourself in those moments where you're more in your mind than in your heart.
We hear so much that we are love, and I think we do know that. But I'd love to hear how we actualize that knowledge, how we transcend shame and really move into actualizing what rings true but can feel far.
Bring yourself into the now moment. We say stop. Take 3 breaths. If it feels good to close your eyes, stop. Close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths. Go from your head into your heart. What does love feel like? We're asking for your feedback. What does love feel like?
Right.
Hmm. It just feels like being exactly where you are.
Yeah. You answered your own question. You focused yourself through your awareness of wanting to experience love. You focused yourself into a state of love. And it is who you are. So it's about knowing that this is available to you in every moment, no matter what is going on. However, most people do not start thinking, oh, I want to focus myself into a state of love until they're in suffering or chaos or overwhelm or stress or depression. Do it when it's easy. As you're driving your car and you're feeling good and it's a beautiful day, take some deep breaths and focus your awareness from your head into your heart. What does love feel like? Feels expansive, feels light, feels like presence, feels like who I really am. And you can take the word peace or well-being or abundance, freedom. Go into your heart. What does abundance feel like? What does freedom feel like? If you do this when it's easy, you will probably notice that you're living from such a state of presence and consciousness so in the now moment, satiated, full, filled up with all of you, that shame just isn't part of your experience anymore. Guilt just isn't there anymore. You've elevated yourself to a place where those aren't things that are part of your experience anymore. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Really good.
The last question that I want to ask is, there just seems like there's so much going on in the world right now that seems chaotic, seems like a lot of turmoil. Um, are we going to make it through this?
Without any question or doubt. Of course, you have your own free will, but you've reached a tipping point of consciousness on the planet. You have more consciousness on your planet than ever before. You have more love on your planet than ever before. You have more well-being on your planet than ever before. You have more peace and harmony on your planet than ever before. You really do. What you focus on and the meaning you give it is what's creating your reality. What you focus on is what you're contributing to, what you're voting for more of. You don't get what you want or you think you need, you get more of what you are. If you are in a state of peace and joy and love, you will start to notice that there's peace and joy, more peace and joy and love in your life. If you focus on all the chaos and the disharmony in the world and you tune yourself into, for lack of better words, those channels, you will find that there's always chaos, disharmony, destruction, war, struggle, suffering, because you're tuned into that channel. That's what they're telling you. That's what they're showing you. When you understand that you can observe the journey through consciousness, and you can allow each being to have their own journey, that everything is potential and possibility, and you get to choose. You will always cause your own suffering when you think you know what another soul's journey should be and when and how. This is a journey. This is a journey to awakening and realization. Each being has their own journey. Each being will awaken in their own time and will come into realization in their own time. We love you so much. Their journey is not your business. Your focus is on your journey. And do you positively contribute to raising the consciousness and the vibration and aligning to pure love such that it makes it easier and more harmonious for those who are choosing? Absolutely. You matter. Your life matters. Your level of consciousness matters. You expanding the possibilities and the potential of more joy, more love, more freedom, more happiness, more prosperity. It matters. But you don't get there by getting everyone else to do it your way or the way you think you should. You are, let's put it this way, you are never going to rid the third dimension of fear and lack and limitation. You will elevate yourself into the fifth dimension of pure love and live in your own experience of heaven on earth. You are not here to rid the third dimension of that which you are displeased about in that dimension of consciousness. That's not how this will ever get to the world that you envision or the dream of a fully awakened world that you have in your heart. You understand?
Yes.
Very good. Do you have any more questions for us?
It feels complete.
Yeah.
Very good.